All right. Okay. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do it. Okay. You want to behave yourself. You gonna act like you got some sense, because you already know I got some sense. Yeah. Shout out to notorious Bath and Body Works. Coastal Cliffs. Once again. Bath and Body Works. Guess what? You know the drill. It's a stick up. You owe me a check. You know who else owe me a check? YouTube about to owe me a check in a little bit. Change my mic. Pause. YouTube about to owe me a check in a little bit. I'm telling you something right now. I'm checking my analytics. Listen, my payout is coming. You understand? The payout is coming. I keep telling y'all, when my YouTube money start going up, there will be signs. You will see golden flakes upon my steaks. And I ain't say that shit just to rhyme. How y'all doing? Oh my God. Where are my manners? It's the 6 past commandments. Like, share, subscribe. Shout out to y'all in the comment section. Getting provocative. Some of y'all is a little violent. But I said, wow, people are finally here. If you build it, they will come. Anyway, my name is 6 Paths Dice, Mr. Lane. If you need me, you would welcome. Welcome to the channel. I'm happy to see you. What's good? How your mama doing? I hope she's good. How's that hip? Hope your mom's hips are good. I'm gonna go ahead and do a few blogs here. After I do my blog, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy my burrito. Tomorrow I have 2 bodies to catch. I'm going to beat the hell out of 2 nice young men on Global Rap Cypher. Okay, it's gonna be quite fun. But anywho, we got I started to start off with what the story is now, and I really didn't have nothing to talk about really. Y'all really been reacting to this video I did on this divested chick. It's not really about her. It was more so about the situation with the German lady. She not really the Turkish lady who lives in Germany. That's a whole like vocal warmer. The Turkish lady who lives in Germany, married to the black man, right? And I played a video where this young lady is talking about her experience. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and play it again. And again, it's not a negative video. If that's what she says happened, I'm with it, cool. But anywho, let's go ahead and share this first clip.
I love black men, okay? But they just not doing it. They're not putting in any effort.
Hold on, Aubrey, you came in hot.
They're not giving the effort that we need. I was walking in the mall and this Italian guy approached me. That's different for me. 30 minutes later, I was like, I'm going to Eddie V's to have dinner or whatever. And he's like, okay, well, we can go together. We went to 2 spots. So we went to Eddie V's. I got my doggy bag. So we ended up going to a hookah lounge and we were just honestly just vibing. But for me, it was just his approach. It was different from what I'm used to with an African-American man. It's all the texting back and forth, the calling, the this, the that. He was very respectful. Okay, he didn't try to kiss me, hug me. He came in hot. It's given black men do not stand a chance. And I would like to be in my feminine energy. Although I'm in law school and I plan to make my own money, I still want a man to allow me to be very feminine. And they just don't do it first. I don't know.
So, I shared this video before, right? So my point when I showed this video was, it was more so, again, to kind of further the conversation. Because at the end of the day, and when I first heard this, again, because I hadn't given it much thought. I remember Kevin Samuels saying, and he not so much started, but the first time I ever thought about basically what dating options we all have. In particular, can black women date out? Now, what you see on social media, and what I hear a lot is that black women make this point about, we don't want to date out, but we will. And I've heard that a lot of times. And you just figure, okay, well, yeah, this person wants to start dating other races of people, like they can. But I never gave much thought to how would they go about meeting this person, how would they go about getting with this person, right? And that's when we start having a conversation about how do relationships form, right? And for the most part, even if it's a dating site, the man still has to approach the woman or pursue the woman or show interest in the woman, right? And we came to the conclusion of like, well, okay, well, if these men are not pursuing black women in droves or in high numbers and whatnot, then that must not really be as it's not really a viable option or option you can say, all right, what's going to be my next move? All right, it's the same as I always say. It's the same as me working at Target. Not fuck that. It's the same as me being a substitute teacher, and then also saying, all right, well, listen, I don't want to leave this job and go work for Elon Musk. Okay, in a position with a corner office, but I will. Like, bro, that's not an option for you. You're a substitute teacher. You understand? And he made a statement. He said, listen, because what he was trying to do was get black folks back together, because he predicted that all of this would happen. He predicted men are going to stop dating. Men are going to start seeing it like be at the basketball court, where if a guy's not feeling the vibe or whatever, freaking fly, he can get mad and take his ball and go home. But if he take his ball and go home and y'all ain't got no ball, ain't gonna be no game. There'll be no, you know what I'm saying? And if the men stop asking y'all out on dates, then there will be no more dating. Because dating is already done now. Because most guys are saying, you know what? I'm better off trying to knock it down on the first date or take it where you want to take him. Listen, don't get me wrong. I like going on a nice date. I'm gonna go on an appropriate date. I don't necessarily believe in going big on the first date because it's a waste of fucking money. Of course, don't get me wrong. You go somewhere. Of course, you're gonna take them somewhere that's kind of nice to sit down at and whatnot and talk. Because real talk, yo, if she don't want to sit down and go just have some good food, if it matters the level of that's a freaking TV show. That's an episode. That's not even an episode of Martin. Okay, you don't take someone's. Because again, that's a bad business move. It's not like when you go there, you can pay them in smiles and handshakes, or maybe you can battle rap. You can't battle rap your way into a dinner. No one does that. Not even battle rappers can do that. You understand? So, anywho, but he predicted a lot of this stuff would happen. So, anywho, so what I want to get into is pretty much, I saw a couple. I've been trying to figure out how to, because again, I don't have nothing really negative to say. Negative things happen in this story, but I don't have anything really negative to say. But I want to kind of look at, like what these couples are actually like, and what are the dynamics in their relationship. You know what I mean? And it brought me to another question about what kind of white men like this world. I couldn't put that in the title and whatnot. I'm trying to make some money. But I'm like, what kind of white men like this world? I remember one time I was watching on a channel on Six the Goddess channel. A video on Six the Goddess channel, and she was saying you never see a white man being a stepfather to black kids, right? And don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem that I have a child, so I don't have a problem really dating a woman with kids, but I'm going to have to charge you a higher price. Okay? Just like you're going to charge me a higher price, my price going to be high too. Meaning that, what I want after a relationship, like, the same way I know that I'm a baby daddy. Okay? Like, I got to work a little harder. I got to, you know what I mean? I got to, you know what I'm saying? I got to make it do what it do, baby. That for real, but I have to put more effort forth. I need to be more attractive. I have to be better in bed. I need to, make it worthwhile. You know what I mean? But we need to do it for each other. But anywho, so I don't have a problem with being a stepfather, because that's what it is. You become a stepfather. But I recognize that I'm gambling, and I could walk away with nothing. So while we're here, I need the utmost respect. I'm not going to be here unless I'm respected. Period. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about it, right? But anywho, touching on old boy, right? I had to ask myself, like, white men don't even like to sleep with white women who've been with black men, much less be a stepfather to black children, right? So enters this family. Let's go ahead and kind of go through this real quick, man. And this is it's not that long of a video. We actually want to let some of it rock. Fair use. Now, I don't share the views of the person who made the video. He uses some rather strong language, in my opinion. My bad. I'm not even showing you the video. I don't really agree with the not so much agree with, but I don't know. The dude who made the video, he hate these people. I just thought he put together a pretty good, like, it's pretty much like a compilation of their relationship. Now, of course, this is on camera and whatnot, but the clips still say a lot. We're gonna go ahead and break them down piece by piece.
Gone Wrong. The Queen of Kings story. Who are the Queen of Kings? They are a divestiture YouTube couple where the black wife is hypersexual and the white husband sexes anything that walks.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I know it's a little one, but you ain't have to have him between your legs like that, bro. This is their child, one of the kids. Very, very, very handsome kid. I think they're a great looking couple. I think they're a great looking couple.
They're disgusting and extremely disgusting to their children.
Yes, what I mean.
Show your kid and what you name them after.
Yep.
Oh yeah, his name is Race. They even named the baby they had Race. Yo, you can't make this shit up.
The biracial son is named Race. Race. Race.
Important to talk about race in a family.
I just caught that too.
Yeah. Do you know what race is? What is race? What is that? What is that? 3. Is that how old race is? Your race, but okay. What color are you? Black. Oh, you're black now. Okay. Congratulations. You're not yellow no more? No. Are you black biracial or just black?
Black. So,
okay. All right.
Next video you're gonna see is her asking the little boy, I believe if he's black or not, and he says, "No, I'm yellow." And of course, he's a little kid, so maybe this is like maybe explaining race and color might be a little bit too maybe too much of an advanced subject for a child. But at first I was like, okay, because this is the first video you see. But pretty much all of her, so she actually has a whole TikTok following, right? Huge TikTok following and online following, right? But what I'm saying is that most of the content has to be a play on, for one, justifying her relationship like with her man. Because that's another thing I see about like black women, especially the ones who are online. They tend to kind of make content or commentary justifying why it's okay to do what they're doing. And I'm not saying it's wrong. All right. Again, my main reason why I speak on this subject is because, again, who else is going to care for our women? And it's a really dangerous thing for black women to think that someone who wrote legislation against you, right? And not only that, your grandmother, if you're in your 30s and 40s, especially in 40s and 50s, your grandparents lived in a time before the Civil Rights Act. Okay? So this wasn't 1,000 years ago. And they weren't laws because it was just a random law. No, it was a law because that's what the majority of the people agreed with. The people agreed to these laws. The majority said, yeah, that makes sense. That Negro should not be allowed to have a cheeseburger in my establishment. he shall not be able to come here and get a burger and fries from this place that I'm not keeping very clean, and I need business. But no, but that was like actually a thing. But anywho, it's just the weirdest thing. Say here, how that's not a factor for these women who get into these relationships. And again, you can be with whoever you want to be with, but a lot of times the dynamic is always it seems like it's always racially based. Like every time if they have anything going on social media, it has to be about that. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know what's interesting is I'm starting to observe more and more. The more I'm around women, if they talk for more than about a minute or two, the conversation always goes to a man. It's always about a man. If they have a conversation about like a personal life and whatnot, it always goes to a man. Sometimes the kids, but always comes back around to a man, and it's usually saying this is a bombshell. And yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. They always turn to Samuel Jackson when it got something to do with it. Oh man, I'm too good. Anywho, so I said before, so I make these videos because I want the very best outcomes for our folks. Okay. There's a video I could play. Maybe I'll play in the next video because I might do a 2-part on this, right? Where this black woman goes through all the like comparisons of how a black man treats you in a relationship and how a white man treats you in a relationship. And it was basically a whole like diatribe about how basically the white men are better, right? And it's on Medium Man's channel. And like, yo, someone points out, but you're married to a black man. And her response was something like, I should have said that he's the exception. Like, and you say this stuff, right? And other women believe you. Because you got to realize, again, like a lot of black men don't understand or don't know that. No, all women desire white men because, again, he's a part of the dominant society. Okay? And that's another. And again, black men are used to having the odds against us. You know what I'm saying? They're making things happen regardless of that. You know what I mean? That's why they wanted to integrate you to begin with, because you're doing too good. You're doing too good, like by yourself, like without even talking to us. Like you're doing great, doing wonderful. Never forget, guys, we've been in the country for hundreds of years at least, and we are still the minority in the country. Still, it's mad time. How does that happen? Anywho. Trying to think if I should chance it, man. Nah, you know, I'm just pausing. I'll be right back, y'all. 6 fast commandments. I'm back. Anywho, I don't know what I was talking about, but it's fine. Like, share, subscribe. We're gonna get back into it, and we're gonna get into this this diabolical couple. But anyway, I think I was probably saying something about, I love black women and I want us to get together, and white guys don't be approaching like that. And so there's been a lot of effort, like even more effort. Honestly, what's funny about this shit is that, when these people get together, and you're like, yo, if y'all just put that, I don't know, I guess you call it the being a guest in someone's house effect. Whenever you're a guest, whenever you don't know, it's crazy how you're much nicer to a stranger or someone that you don't relate to, right? Especially in black culture, we have this thing about being nicer and treating people who are not black better than we would someone else. You know what I mean? That's why, like, a white woman could be safe in any hood and not have to worry about getting beat up in any hood she in. You know what I'm saying? She could be around a bunch of gang banging dudes and she's straight, she good. You know what I'm saying? But a black guy, that same black guy, if he around them same kind of guys, it might get a little tricky in there. Might get a little mixy, So anywho, I'll play a little more, man. I guess I'll just be reacting like throughout the video. I don't know if I want to play the whole thing. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little disturbing because like they like do skits and like they do like a lot of social media content, and it's like all race based. It's nothing about like who they are as people, what's their favorite food, what they enjoy doing together as a family. You know what I'm saying? Or why they love each other. everything is about like race and and also too like I just always feel like in these kind of couples, I think you can't avoid it. More specifically between white people and black people, there will always be especially if you're attractive people, there will always be an intense, like kind of like sexual fetish between y'all. You know what I mean? This whole like taboo thing going on. You know what I'm saying? And usually I feel like the kind of people, and again, I'm not saying that this is all interracial couples. I'm like, listen, y'all met now, y'all met, however y'all met, and y'all just really clicked and whatnot, and y'all both are getting the kind of relationship y'all want. I support that and whatnot. But what I want to speak to is the kind of people who look to make their fantasies into like a reality, if you will. Right? Anywho, let's go ahead and I know I keep saying anywho. I'm an anywho y'all to death. But let's let this play. Where are you?
Listen, I'm not talking to you. I
Pissed.
feel like you, mommy.
I am black.
So he says, what color are you?
And Raiden's black.
And Maiden's black.
And Rosie's black.
And what?
Uh-oh, you spilled your cereal. And Race is black too.
No, Mom, I'm yellow.
You're yellow?
Yeah.
Why you don't want to be black?
Just not be yellow.
You want to be yellow?
Yeah.
Okay. What color are you?
Black. And black strong king like I'm proud to be.
Black and black strong king like you proud to be. Period, boo.
So the biracial son has no clue what he is and makes it clear he will never be white. Now, how is the black mom raising her black sons to be black kings?
Man that I can't even pretend are mine. Well, because I ain't.
Oh, all right. So this one I'm talking about. Like this is like these like skits they do. That's based around the dynamic of him being their white stepdad. You know what I mean? Which is like I don't know. It's just I don't know. All right, go ahead.
My beta male friends are gonna make fun of me for taking care of a woman and their kids.
So how would your friends be beta males? Well, first of all, why do you have beta male friends? I don't know, man. He a little messy, man. So you see what I'm saying? If any of this is true, why do you have friends that you consider to be beta males? All right, man. Go ahead, bro.
The kids are gonna disrespect me when they're older, and I can't discipline them. Well, because
What kind of forever?
Yo, and this is when I realized. It's when I realized that things were getting serious, and that maybe there's a little more to this whole thing. Yo, what the hell, man? What you doing to them kids, man? Goodness gracious, this is stupid. Don't get me wrong, some of it's kind of funny, right? But this kind of what? Wakanda forever? What? This is crazy. You imagine a white lady doing this with her black stepchildren? Nah, man, it's weird, super weird. All right, man, I'm gonna do my best. I'm doing my best with this stuff.
I ain't doing.
Yeah, so he's going through all the reasons of why he thought, he shouldn't be getting himself into this situation, and they were all pretty valid reasons. He thought why he shouldn't be getting himself into this situation, right? And so goes through all the reasons. And don't get me wrong, I do think it's funny. It's just one of those things was like, it's inappropriate though, right? So he's going through all the reasons of why he shouldn't do it, and then he gets to the point about, oh, and also I can't discipline him. He has a belt in his hand, and he drops the belt, right? I'm like, man, I don't know, man. It's starting to give very much 400 years ago. I'm sorry, but it's given. It's given. I can't even say that in a masculine way. It's giving. Nah, you know what? I'm tired of it. Anywho, And then watch how this ends. Now, this is a video that involves the kids. And this is what they meant by like the over sexualization.
And you know what she says to me?
That's fine, but at least step into my bedroom. Let me give you a proper farewell.
I actually couldn't hear her the first time. I actually did, because the volume was so low. She said, "All right, well, at least before." So, if this is what, but if this is like correct. If this is actually correct, so you saying you told her, hell nah, I'm not doing it. The risk is too high. The reward is too low. High risk, low reward. All right, one of these, right? He said, I'm not doing it. First of all, he's doing a thing where it's like very clear. Like, yo, she gives them all a script. Like, she spends her days ghostwriting all this stuff. Like, no one has their own voice. She's like a real like rough director. She probably wears one of those like berets and like a handkerchief around her neck. You know what I mean? And, you know, some parachute pants, shit like that. But that was wild. She's saying, I would give you some before you. All right, well, on your way out, check this out. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna give you some. This is wild. Crazy story. This shit is weird science. This shit is Bill and Ted material. You know, it's almost like this is almost like not real. Like this is almost like a Netflix special.
I don't know what she did to me, but I'm 5 years in with a wife and 4 kids.
Oh, no music. I don't know what she did to me, but I'm 5 years in with a wife and 4 kids. All right, so they've been together for like 5 years. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of this goes on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of she's gonna like dance on the counter in a super sexual way. I think I think she's carrying a baby. So anyway, it says me ignoring my husband's bank account. Ignore my husband's bank account and scheduling a $30,000 kitchen remodel in the name of nesting. Okay.
Both the black ones and the biracial ones to hate themselves.
Yeah, this is really weird. Like what's going on? Like he's like, yo, what the fuck? You see him?
Hi.
Hold on. I gotta bring that back.
As if sex and teach your
That has to be
children,
super
both the
dangerous.
black ones and the biracial ones, to hate themselves.
Hi, Mom.
Okay, so some people want to know, do you think that it's important to talk about race in a family that looks like
It's when I realized, like, yo, all the videos is about her. Basically, it's about her choice. Well, I'm sorry, or her basically about her marriage to her white husband. You know what I'm saying? It's always like it kind of revolves back to that. Always comes back to that.
ours?
Like Chris Scott?
No, like race, like skin color.
Okay, so yes, I do think it's important because like my friends and stuff think that's not my dad because he's white and I'm black, but they just don't know, like, people don't have to be the same colors in family at all. If you still love them and stuff, I think they're your family. And I love Brett, even if he's black, even if he's white, even if he's blue. I really don't care. And I
don't like when people be like saying like when they say black and white, they start going into like colors that people like don't actually. No one's blue or polka dot. Some people got bad skin, but no one's polka dot. You know, if people's like, I don't care if if you're black, you're brown, you're cardboard, you're a transformer. You know oh, my bad. No, not that kind of transformer. Well, maybe because it's about everyone being included, right? So if people say polka dot stripe, no one's polka dot stripe. I'm gonna let you know right now. If I'm seeing a person and you say anything like that, I'm still on you. Another thing too I want to talk about before I get back to my subject. Yo, don't sleep with YouTube on. Like, I was trying to take a short nap. I had the day off today. I was trying to take a short nap, but I learned like a while back when I was like really stressed out. I would do stuff like leave YouTube on, and I'll find it super hard to like stop sleeping. Pardon me. I'm not sure what it would do overnight, but I've noticed that like, yo, if it's not in the day, I'm usually good with that. 90 minutes is a good nap for me, maybe 2. I slept like a couple of hours and I had some stupid, stressful dreams. And then the content creator I'm listening to, somehow they're there. Like not no crazy way. I'm talking about like this anyway. Don't sleep with stuff on. I've been trying to get my sleep together. I'm like, yo, I don't know what's going on with my weight, but it need to do something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Anyway, that was a little sidebar, so I'm gonna get off on a tangent. But anywho, we're gonna play a little more of this, and yeah, man.
I have race car, I have river, so it's really cool to have a colorful family, black and white. I really love that.
Yeah, so like you always can kind of hear like that she's writing these things for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because don't get me wrong, it does sound natural, but it's like what's clear to me with this couple is that she's running the show. She's obviously like running the whole show, and he's allowing her to run the whole show. You don't see anything wrong with that. And whenever that happens, the relationship is going to definitely end. This is a skip, by the way.
Dad, what shall we name him?
Tyrone, because this sure ain't no bread.
What's race?
Yeah, so like that was really weird. That was super weird. So that was her. That was one of her kids that she had in the skit wrapped up in a swaddle. And I'm not even sure I really I get the punchline, but again, a lot of videos playing on her blackness and his whiteness. You know what I mean?
Do you consider your son?
Let me fast forward to
I'm
her.
not saying they're Chinese. No, they're still and still. He is biracial, black biracial. It doesn't matter.
Oh, this part is where she's talking about people calling her son black and just saying he black. I mean, honestly, it just makes it easier for everyone if we just say black, man. It makes it easier, but she starts getting into all these other reasons, and I'm like, fam, you know what people mean. Like black folks come in all shapes and colors, and different hair colors and stuff like that. And that person will have two black parents. They got red hair and everything. Had 2 black parents. So come on now.
How the world views him, he is what he is. In the
6 months.
Did I mention the white husband will sex anything that walks?
Some of you know my wife is about 10 years younger than me, and there was a point in the relationship where she wasn't taking me very seriously, and that does take a toll on a man's life. We decided to take a break, took a family vacation, and I ended up messing around with somebody that had been known to our family for many years. I really wasn't interested in it, but
Oh, really? They are swingers, meaning his black wife finds other divestors to sex her husband.
sometimes when a man's pride is scorned, he has to prove a point to himself. Because I wanted to protect my reputation, I didn't want my family to find out about this. My mother ended up inviting her to the wedding. I also didn't want my wife to find out about this so close to our wedding to where she would cancel our postponed wedding. Long story short, small dishonesty became big betrayal, and what's done in the dark
always comes to the light.
always comes to the light. Although I didn't cheat during my marriage, I should have taken control of the situation and never allowed that woman to come near my life. Moral of the story is real men take accountability for their actions and they deal with the consequences as they become.
But yeah, you see how even like the way they all talk is kind of like they're reading it and they're looking at a teleprompter. I think he's looking at a teleprompter or something. You know what I mean? Like, but anywho, this is what I'm talking about with like a lot of times those people are like into like alternative lifestyles. So these people are like, well, I don't know if they're actually swingers or not, but the narrator feels as though they're swingers. And also, so this story is also about him basically, having a little joint on the side, and she comes to the wedding, right? And you know what's interesting about this video is that, for the most part, black women talk a lot about just how much better white men are, and like everything, right? I think one other thing they talk about is the whole like cheating thing, right? And it's interesting. Then here we go with this scenario, and I don't know. What's funny about stuff like that is that they come across. First of all, he makes a point about there was a point where she wasn't taking me serious at all. So I mean, I already kind of suspected that he's the kind of man. You know what? Oh, here we go. Let's get the cooking. He's the kind of man that can be disrespected by women. He's the modern man. He's the man with too much imagination. When I say that, right, what I'm talking about is men who get into relationships and don't actually look at. A lot of men don't actually look at a woman's qualities like that. Like that's something that's like a recent phenomenon where men are starting to say, you know what? Let me ask you a few questions. Like that's a recent thing. All right. First of all, men's testosterone is too high. If a man's testosterone is too high or too healthy, he can't even think to ask you that. All right. That's how much men are wired to want to be with a woman. Okay. Pardon me. I'm drinking that good seltzer, baby. Lost my train of thought. Anywho, damn, I was about to cook too. Oh. Being the kind of, I get it back, so I'm so vulnerable. See how vulnerable I was with y'all? I took that whole pause, but I got it back though. But nah, so yeah, when a man gets into a relationship and he doesn't really understand what makes a relationship work, for one, like how do you know that you're effective in a relationship? Because there's going to be a lot of like the relationship goes best again when your leadership skills are good, and that's any relationship skill. I'm saying any relationship situation. And when I say your leadership skills, what I'm saying is long-term thinking, making good choices, making mutually beneficial choices for you and the person in the person in the relationship. All right. And you find someone with whom you feel as though I can enter this contract with you. Things are good. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point. Right. But anywho, we're going to get back into the video, but I wanted to touch on what I thought was like, kind of like, you know what? He seemed like I don't want to say he's too into her, but I guess the best way I can describe it is that she's running the show, and I guess in the latter half of this video we're gonna be getting into the bag. Okay, let's go ahead and play some more.
Here is the Divest song where they take shots at Dr. Umar Johnson.
Different races showing loyalty, respect, and plus a check. Got stretch marks and a couple K. Don't worry about.
Oh, fair use. All right, so I can't keep playing that. I ain't trying to get my shit flagged. So you can go ahead and look that up. I had no idea that this was her singing this song. That is wild. It's wild. Dude, these lyrics are wild. All right. But no, that's them.
And the mom is colorist.
Got stretch marks. It's cool. Dr. Umar.
Colorist. Call Dr. Umar.
I had to get out the shower looking like a whole bald-headed scallywag for this one because I can't stand that ignorant motherfucker. Husband, have you ever heard that we should not be together because our relationship is a sin per the Bible?
Yes.
Okay. Raiden, did you ever get upset with Dad after you learned about slavery?
Yo, like when we got to this point, when we got to this point right here, I was like, son, this is wild. This is a wild story. Now I'm gonna go ahead. I don't think we need to see anything else from this video. I think that was it. Hold on. Let me see.
And ask him if he's ever called black people the N-word. Real? Yes. Roz, have you ever been called racial slurs in school and it made you yes? Did you come? Yes. So, have you ever been told, I really want to date outside my race, but I'm scared of how people... Son whose Caucasian blood relative called biracial son whose Caucasian blood relative called him the N-word while asking his grandma, how do you feel about your N-word grandson? Dave, have you ever been told you won't be able to raise black men because...
Oh yeah, so yeah, that was the one I wanted to get to. Because what I want to get to when it comes to this whole conversation about is like when these relationships actually come together, what actually happens during the relationship. That's crazy. I hate that he had to experience that. But like in videos that I watched about by biracial people talking about the experience being biracial and whatnot and how much they hate it and whatnot, they always talk about how the white family treats them. I'm like, and I always be asking, like, you know, black women, like, how do y'all think y'all fit into that family dynamic? And also, what makes you think that when you show up to this all-white family dynamic that they're going to just love you? You know what I'm saying? Just like, oh man, this is great. Like, no, like I'm trying to understand. You know, he's a black guy. We know, man, this is an upward battle. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to, you know, put my best foot forward. You understand? But this drawing right here is what I really want to get into.
And you're probably looking at that. Then divorces him after.
That is so silly. We are very happy with each other. Nobody's forcing him to be here. Like, if you want to walk, you can walk. Brett. Yeah. So you really just gonna walk out like that? You know that $100,000 job you got? Mm-hmm. I will call and get you fired expeditiously.
Imagine you got off work early one day and you wanted to see a show on Netflix. But this time you wanted to watch a show that you've never watched before. So you went and looked at the description. And this is what you read. This show is about a black woman who is a single mother of 2 young black kids who meets a white man and has 2 more kids with him, then divorces him after he risks his life to move them to Hawaii. Would you watch it? I know I would, because that is a crazy idea that even Hollywood scriptwriters would have a hard time doing. But guess what? It's true. It's true. It's true. Rewind! Many of you guys have probably seen this particular TikTok page called Queen of Kings, which has 400,000 followers. But if you look at them on YouTube, they're over 1 million. It's a story about a black woman who goes by the same name of Rose Miller on Facebook, and a guy by the name of Brett. I do believe that is his name. And Brett married her or met her when she was 23, divorced with 2 kids. And you're probably looking at that situation in the background. She was 19 when she got pregnant, divorced at 22, met this guy at 23. And she always jokes about the fact that her baby daddy was a black baby daddy and he's upset. Even with her newfound fame, she mentioned this.
So y'all know I don't usually do videos like this, but it's giving obsessed. It's giving clout chasing, honey. Y'all know I never exposed the name of my baby daddy, right? So now that I reached my 1 million subscribers, yes, a girl is famous or whatever, on YouTube, he's coming out the woodworks.
I mean, y'all didn't miss anything. I mean, my bad, y'all. My second time doing that. My bad. All right, should I bring it back? I'll bring it back.
Time you wanted to watch a show that you've never watched before. So you went and looked at the description. Many of you guys have probably seen this particular TikTok page called Queen of Kings, which has 400,000 followers. But if you look at them on YouTube, they're over 1 million. It's a story about a black woman who goes by the same name of Rose Miller on Facebook, and a guy by the name of Brett. I do believe that is his name. And Brett married her or met her when she was 23, divorced with 2 kids. And you're probably looking at that situation in the background. She was 19 when she got pregnant, divorced at 22, met this guy at 23. And she always jokes about the fact that her baby daddy was a black baby daddy and he's upset. Even with her newfound fame, she mentioned this.
So y'all know I don't usually do videos like this, but it's giving obsessed. It's giving clout chasing, honey. Y'all know I never exposed the name of my baby daddy, right? So now that I reached my 1 million subscribers, yes, a girl is famous or whatever, on YouTube, he's coming out the woodworks, honey. Tell me why his page has been private for years. Now all of a sudden it's public and he's commenting, hey, I'm the baby daddy. My name is Adonis. I'm the baby daddy. I want a piece of the pie. Ciao. There's all these blog posts about me now, suddenly hate pages about me because the baby daddy telling people that he been trying to reach me. He can't find my address. And that's why I moved to Hawaii, because I'm running from him. No, you mother lie. And y'all wonder why I switched total side. I jumped ship, honey. After dealing with that, yes, I jumped ship, if you know what I mean.
And she's always kind of making fun of the fact that a white man came and gave her a better life and her black baby daddy didn't do anything. Basically, it's an inspiration to black women to, hey, believe in yourself because a white guy or anybody else can come and save your life. And this guy, Brett, has been doing that. He's been raising her black kids and even the father of her 2 newest children. Seems like a great guy. They even have a great sense of humor, although it's pretty cringe.
If you like Little Caesars, you'll love a single mother. Your family comes ready-made. Who wants to deal with all that sleep deprivation of the newborn phase anyway? Just like Little Caesars, your woman's always going to be hot and ready. You get that same slice of pizza you get anywhere at a discounted rate.
What do you mean at a discounted rate? You was doing good until you said that you went too far. At a discounted rate, I'm drinking Dutch Bros. This damn shoe, $2,000. So mean at a discounted rate? You're trying to steal my whole personality. You're a white guy from Iowa. Keep being a white guy from Iowa. Me at a discounted rate.
Some people call it used goods, but people that shop the designer never look truly happy to me anyway. I've always preferred the thrift shop. Dana, I didn't mean that you were...
This is an interesting sense of humor for me. He's indicating that as a single mom, she's kind of easy, and he believes that she's easy work, just kind of like Little Caesars Pizza.
Damn.
But they kind of joke around like that. But
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, like a lot of these bars be a little too, I don't know. It's like I didn't catch all that. I didn't catch none of the bars.
But that's very interesting to have that point of view, because all is well. He would do anything to help her achieve her goals, even do stuff like this.
My wife gave birth to my son 5 months ago, and after sitting in the house for a couple months, she decided she needed a vacation.
So I booked a flight to Hawaii. 24 hours after we arrived, I let my husband know that I did not want to leave and I wanted to live here.
I'm gonna stick beside her. Because initially we were on vacation, we did what tourists do, and we took a tour around the city.
That way we were able to find where we wanted to live on the island. And so we did some applications for apartments and ended up closing on the one that we wanted.
All within a week. The next morning I called and quit my job.
And I called the airlines and canceled my flight to make sure that I had flight credits so that I could go back to the mainland whenever I want to, because initially the flight was round trip.
Not anytime soon.
Because the nanny failed to sign her contract prior to her trip to Mexico, we were not locked into a contract with her.
And the kids will attend regular public school.
This was not in the plans at all
I
whatsoever.
will travel to the ends of the earth for my wife's happiness. My home is where my wife is.
I love you. Still own and operate our Airbnb remotely, and we have a managing team there in Arizona to take care of that.
We got it covered.
We got it covered. He's on his way back to the mainland today, leaving the kids and I to empty out our apartment. We'll see if he'll be back.
Don't worry.
You better be back. We'll see.
That's right. This man gave up $100,000 a year job, allegedly, to move his family from wherever they were. I believe they were in Arizona somewhere, to Hawaii.
Oh, that's what she was talking about. Oh, I thought she was playing about him with the job, which he make 100 racks. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah. See, it's one of them dudes who he's the modern man. But listen, the modern man can be talked into doing anything. All right, he can be talked into doing anything. And how you move to Hawaii overnight? It's not who you think is writing this movie? Who's writing this movie? Tell me, please tell me. You did it. It was you. You did it. You wrote this movie, bro. I don't like your movie, man. It's a crazy movie. We nearing the hour mark, man. We gonna keep doing this work. I got to work, baby. I got to work.
He moved her and her kids to Hawaii, but stop the show. There's more. You see, recently they've put out a video called "We Separated," and oh boy, it's interesting.
So Rose told me.
So like you gonna start saying she's more and more she goes completely off script. Let me tell you something. As you can see right here, she don't got her dreads no more, got her hair no more, and her hair is not just cut low. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got the same cut Lauryn Hill had when she was getting ready to stop making music. Whenever you see a black woman start getting her Lauryn Hill on, no more miseducation than Lauryn Hill. Is about to be big denim jackets and just a lot of just disappointment. I don't know, but he should have known when she cut that hair. Excuse me, she was getting ready to wild out. I actually heard that when women be cutting their hair real short like that, that's because they survived physical abuse in a relationship. That's what I heard. So you want to see that he gonna be on the script, and she not gonna stay on script.
She wants to take a break.
How you take a break from your marriage? Like you mean like take? No, it's not a shift at Target. You can't take a break.
And in fairness, I kind of leave her here overwhelmed with the kids daily. Even at times when I dedicated more of my time to be at home, I was able to understand what it's like to have 4 kids on your neck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you were at first you were fine, but then you start to kind of like get overwhelmed for sure. Noticeably.
To be fair, I dipped out pretty quick because I think I did that for about 2 months, and from cleaning up constantly to behavior shaping, like constantly correcting and everything like that. And they're at an age, they're always going to be at an age, but they're at an age to where they have a lot of energy and they need a lot of you and they pull a lot from you, and you are, to your benefit. A lot of people on here were saying like Rose has this is a mental thing, this is whatever, and I mean you'll see things like that. The more ambitious people are going to feel like they're either trapped or that they're failing or that they got to have a drive to keep going at something or that they're not succeeding and they just keep driving and going. So you do see a lot more of those people publicly because those are more driven people. So Rose has a very big drive of the things she wants to do, and she has a lot of responsibilities as well, and a lot of things that take up her time and energy and space. I know when I was 28 and I'm understanding. I understand this, and to be honest, I'm gonna be a little cocky. I'm gonna give you what you need. the amount of time that I don't want to say that take your time, whatever, because I don't want you thinking whatever, but I understand that you need that. Let me grab this baby here. Not doing.
Thinking of pulling so much out of me. I'm trying. This is day one of trying to wean him off the boob. I'm really trying cold turkey. I know it's not going to happen.
And we need him to get familiar with that because I'm going to, as much as I can, I still got, for the next couple months, I still got a lot I got to get under wraps and move around and take him off your hands up to 90% of your time to where you can still enjoy yourself, get reset, and actually have time with your kids as well.
Yeah, I've seen someone in the comments say like, it's not about your happiness after you have kids. And that is the most insane comment ever to me, because the way that I feel is as a family unit, it's about all of our happiness collectively. I don't put my happiness to the back burner, you know, and it's all about my kids' happiness at all whatsoever.
Oh, goodness gracious. I'm going to try to let her cook for a little longer, but what we're going to get into is that, you know, I heard Dennis SWIRL make this point the other day about the passport bros, right? And he was talking about when you go when you go to a different country, right? You pay attention to how the men there, what the culture of the men, you know, like how are the men there, right? So you know how to properly interact with that woman, right? And he was saying that if American men don't get themselves right first, in terms of understanding what makes relationships work, how important respect is, being a respectable guy, a guy that's worthy of respect, right? All you're gonna do is bring that modern man mentality to that other place. So basically, in so many words, if you don't make a conscious decision to change, or make a conscious observation that okay, this is not good, or this is not good, or this is not going to help, or whatever, right? So it's just going to always be an issue. So, and what you're going to do is you're going to bring those same problems to the next person. So in a relationship like this, right? What I can see, and listen, I understand where he's coming from. I remember what it was like for me when I was coming out of that mindset of trying to make someone happy, and like, irregardless of it being reciprocated or them ever really being concerned with helping me out or just seeing me as a human being, right? If any of that stuff is true, he said he want to try to make things so that he can have the baby 90% of the time, right? And he's saying all these different things that he's going to do, and again, it's I don't know if that's a script or what that is, but what he's basically talking about is, hey, you said you've been really. It's almost like she has his hand. He's doing that puppet talking that some men will do, where they'll literally they're going through a whole script based off of something someone else told them to say, and they don't really sound like their original thoughts. So you know, during this conversation, it sounds a lot like he's saying things that are important to her. And I'm not saying that they're not true, but I guess the main thing I wanted to get to is that in relationships, right? They work best when the man has a vision, something he wants to accomplish, and she's supporting his vision. Women do not like to lead you. If a woman is leading you, or she's in charge too much and whatnot, or she has too much free reign, or you always want to kind of, you know, sway her way, or let her change your mind, or like how you go somewhere with your woman and she tells you she want to go to Hawaii, and you say all right, and like, yo, don't get me wrong, I think he really love her, right? But bro, like again, if this is real, I don't know, maybe it's not real. If this is real, like, yo, this is the kind of man that you guys say y'all want. But listen, like, women really do not like a man that they can control. For real. And you've seen it right here. So I'm going to go ahead and keep letting it rock. And I feel for the brother.
Because if I'm not happy as the mom, how is anyone in the family truly happy? You know, how do you show up as your best mom or your best wife if you're unhappy yourself?
You see, it looks so good on TikTok, right? When you're out there making the clips, you're enjoying paradise. But hey, being a parent is
you saw that
TikTok, right? When you're out there making the clips, you're
all right. Dancing my wife's postpartum depression away because too many men just leave during the 4th trimester because their attitude was too bad. So let me tell you something. Postpartum is going to be one of the most painful things that you'll ever experience with a woman. So, and the thing is, the more, if she already has erratic behavior, she's already kind of angry and argumentative and all that type of stuff already, like in a relationship, right? And if she doesn't have to take any measures to manage her mental health and stuff like that, when she has that child, she may have really bad postpartum. And when someone's in postpartum, they make really crazy spontaneous decisions, and they begin to like dismantle the relationship, right? And it kind of create a really confrontational environment. And you see how she cut that hair and she want to cut him off. That's crazy. Watch how it come around though. So I'm gonna let it play, but I wanted to touch on that because this is what it is when you're in a relationship with someone and their mental health is not all the way there. It usually always results in them trying to end a relationship because they want stimulation and they want to have an experience. Like right now, she's feeling the desire to have an experience. That's why she cut her hair. That's why she wants to break up for a little while, and she wants to like not be near the child and all this different stuff.
enjoying paradise. But hey, being a parent is hard work. Owning a business is hard work, and I would dare never equate being a parent to a business owner. Both things are very hard, and a parent is harder. And this is a guy that is not only trying to support 2 kids that are not his, he's supporting 2 young kids with a woman that's probably hard to deal with. And she's the one telling him that, hey, she wants to separate. You can look at the guy, he still wants to be in the relationship. But you see, this is what happens, guys, when you go out here trying to save somebody and you try to be somebody, and a parent is harder. And this is a guy that is not only, trying to support 2 kids that are not his, he's supporting 2 young kids with a woman that's probably hard to deal with. And she's the one telling him that, hey, she wants to separate.
Like you can tell by her tone of voice. She's hard to deal with. I'm gonna tell you right now, the weed she smoked is fire. She look like she smoked that gas, my G.
You can look at the guy, he still wants to be in the relationship.
Oh, you know what? Yo, this might be weed love. Shout out to weed love.
But you see, this is what happens, guys, when you go out here trying to save somebody and you try to be somebody's knight in shining armor. You forget that you're getting with a person that has never had any level of self-reflection. This is one of the fundamental differences that I believe that genders have. First of all, as men, we are the ones that typically get dumped a lot. And we got to be honest. Sometimes it's not our fault, but many times it is. Being insecure, being selfish, having problems, turning.
Yo, who these white ladies smacking this black dude around? A little freaky. I don't like that. You know what I wanted to add about old boy? Being as though he's not leading the household, right? he's not providing correction. He's not providing like leadership. You know what I'm saying? And that's the issue. And he's not providing, being as though he's not providing correction for her, he's not helping her move forward. And he's not helping her like mature. And like you know what I'm saying? He's just you know what I mean? So, and again, whenever like in relationships, whenever the woman kind of like takes like the lead, the relationship kind of always like starts to kind of torpedo. Because it always goes to like a negative place. You know what I mean?
Women off, cheating. Hey, women have their reasons for breaking up with men. And you know what? You can be unaccountable for those things if you want. But what you have to do to get better is you have to understand that you can't be so pushy with women. You have to talk to women in a certain kind of way. You have to be able to handle yourself when, you know, women may get petty or things like that. You have to always be a man. And that's what's going to be attractive to ladies. But a woman, and this is what I honestly feel, in many cases, may not feel that she has the issue. Okay. She may not feel that she's wrong at all. What she could look at is, okay, she might have been wrong, but you didn't have to handle it that way. So really, you're wrong. And if she's good looking, want to know what she can do? She can get rid of you and move on. But it creates a bad habit. And I'm not saying that all women do this, but this is what I have also experienced. I've experienced women that when it comes to the problems in a relationship, they point out the problems that you as a man have. And it's good. We know that men have a lot of problems, right? I'm not here to defend men on the problems that we have. We know that we have issues. But when it's about the other way around, well, did you grow as a woman? Did you grow as an individual? And that's the thing. Men are always forced to have to try to grow. If you want different results, you're going to have to know how to deal with women, how to react to certain circumstances. But women, when they're attractive like this lady, may not have to do that because they can always find somebody who will put up with them. And then whether it's a white guy or a black guy, you're separating. How are you separating from a man?
And you know what, right here, I'm probably gonna stop it right here. That's good enough. So what you're seeing right here is this right here is a chat with low self-esteem. All right. Generally, from what I've seen in these relationships, I don't know. It's not so much that I feel like he's supposed to be dominant over her, but it's like this is one of those weird situations where like, yo, he's like really like all in, right? And I don't know. I think that might, and again, a part of that shit also might be the weight. Like he's still like a guy who probably been big most of his life and whatnot. And that's probably that might be the smallest he's been. I saw a picture of him when he was bigger and whatnot, you know. But he's a good, good size, good solid size. Pause. But that weight, when you've been big for too long, you know what I mean? Like you don't have the most confidence, you know. And what also probably happened is that she probably love bombed him a lot in the beginning. A lot. You know what I'm saying? And he's one of those guys that I always kind of see as like not really understanding women. And him not really understanding women, he's not necessarily giving her like what she needs in terms of, again, like when you have a family. Because again, it seems like he'll do anything she wants. I wish my girl would ask me to go to Hawaii to stay. Like, man, listen, I'll see you later. Anywho, I think that's enough. Please like, share, and subscribe, man. I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all soon. 6 Past Dice, Mr. Land. If you need me, like, share, and subscribe, man. Drop a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about the subject, man.